YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Carl coming back at you from Golden Grimmon Productions. This time around, we're going to be reacting to when disrespecting Larry Bird goes wrong. If you are new, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It greatly appreciated. It helps us out tremendously. Let's get straight into this video.
Larry Bird was one of the game's greatest trash talkers. Thanks to his extreme confidence and ability to back up everything he said, Bird provided us with some of the greatest moments in NBA history.
If you put all of us in a room, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Bird. We had a three-point contest at the All-Star break, and Larry walks in and says, "I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this." Excuse me?
Larry Bird had a well-known rivalry with Magic Johnson and the Lakers, but today we take a look back at a more forgotten rivalry with Chuck Person.
The Indiana Pacers select Chuck Person of Auburn.
There is Chuck Person in his tuxedo. Chuck from Auburn, Alabama, a great athlete who played really well in the NCAAs this year. The Pacers did well by nabbing Person with a fourth pick in 1986. He won Rookie of the Year honors, and Indiana had a competitive player with the ability to change a game all by himself.
There he is. Yes! He scored the last 16 points.
Person's legendary long-range exploits were deserving of a nickname. But Chuck already had an appropriate one, which had been given to him a long time ago by a family member.
Person's rookie season would, however, be the start of his rivalry with Larry Bird.
In the world of the secret NBA, talk can be as bruising as the action.
It started my rookie year, and first time I touched the ball, my very first game, he said, "Shoot the ball, rookie. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it." I said, "Okay, I'll shoot it." Wow, like that, and it went in. And I said, "Don't ever tell me to shoot the ball. I shoot it every time." And from then on, it's been a battle from the last 6 years.
Although Bird threw down the gauntlet of gab to many, Person was one of the few who answered the challenge.
Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Larry hurt? So based off of what I'm seeing right now, I think he poked the bear one too many times when Larry was hurt, and Larry just went crazy.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
And Person and Bird are jarring.
Person stuffed him and had something to say afterwards. And look at Bird. Person didn't dare look at him.
Before one game on Christmas Day, Chuck Person, nicknamed the Rifleman, said prior to the game against the Celtics that the Rifleman is coming and he's going bird hunting. Responded and told Chuck Person,
Bro, there's no way he said that, dog. What? See, I can appreciate supreme confidence. I can appreciate it. But there's just certain things you just don't say, bro. You going bird hunting? I respect it. Don't ever lay down for nobody. But it's just certain players that you shouldn't poke at it. And I think Larry is definitely one of them. Don't.
Person that he had a Christmas present waiting for him. During the game, when Person was on the bench, Bird shot a three-pointer on the baseline right in front of Person. Immediately after releasing the ball, Bird said to Person, "Merry Christmas." And of course, the shot went in. This would be a common meeting between the two, as they would go head-to-head many times with neither of them backing down.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
The rivalry would reach its peak in 1991. The Celtics were past their primes, but the big three of Bird, McHale, and Parrish, alongside a young Reggie Lewis, were able to lead the Celtics to 56 wins in a first-round matchup against the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers had a team that was young and hungry, consisting of Reggie Miller, Detlef Schrempf, Rick Smits, and Chuck Person. Before the series, Chuck Person said that he believed the Pacers could beat the Celtics, and he definitely backed it up, going for 39 points in Game 2 and 30 in Game 4. Throughout the series, Person was trash-talking Larry Bird and the Celtics and was really hearing it from the crowd. His stellar play would lead to a deciding Game 5 in the Boston Garden. In 1991, Chuck Person was in his prime, but Larry Bird was suffering from injuries all season long, and while the two teams were getting ready for Game 5, nobody was sure about the status of Larry Bird.
The series went to a fifth and deciding game in the Boston Garden. But Larry's back was hurting.
He spent the night at the hospital in traction, so he had to be in just unbelievable pain.
I remember walking in the locker room and I saw Larry before the game, and I said, "How you feeling?" "Okay, I guess." Well, he wasn't okay. Guy could barely put his pants on.
Despite all that, Larry Bird would take the court for Game 5. Chuck Person was doing his best to end the Celtics season, and Larry Bird was trying to keep up. The two teams were trading blows until the end of the second quarter, where Bird would be on the end of an unlucky play.
That's the one where I think where he broke his cheekbone. I've seen this so many times, bro. And that was when he came back into the game. Oh, this was against Reggie Miller. Okay.
Chuck Person came out on fire, and the Pacers were taking over the game.
What a shot by Chuck Person, and he gets the treatment from the crowd as he reacted.
It looked like the game was over, but then Larry Legend appeared.
The sheer will to come back out, bro. Like, a lot of players now don't possess that. So when it comes to these late game or big games where their team need them, they don't show up. But like you said, fractured cheekbone, he could have easily just, called it and let it be what it was. But instead of doing that, he basically willed himself, and then he willed his team. This was past a prime at that. So he willed his team against a Reggie Miller, Chuck Persons. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's certain players, bro, that's just different.
Just when the crowd seems to feel it has a chance to yell a little bit, they come right back at you. Sensational look down the floor. Larry Bird has returned. Bird with the step on Shrimp.
Chuck Person did everything he could to take Bird out of the game, but Bird wasn't having any of it. He put on an amazing performance and finished with 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Celtics won the crucial Game 5, 124-121, capping off one of the greatest games in NBA history.
You know, once they cut it down to 7 points, I got back in there, I think, or 9 points, and everybody was a little rattled at that time. So
nowadays, Bird and Person laugh about the rivalry and have a good time together.
A little more than a month ago, they were engaging in a heated NBA rivalry. But for one night, the Pacers' Chuck Person was part of Larry Bird's team. Well, sort of. Bird, sidelined from recent back surgery, could only offer a little good-natured ribbing as the honorary coach.
Chuck works for me in the summer. He mows my yard. So I see him every day. If it wasn't for Chuck, I'd be averaging about 12 points a game over my career. So I have a lot of respect for Chuck, but a lot of times he reminds me of my little brother. I want to beat him as bad as I possibly can every time out.
Well, I figure he won't be on this team, so he'll have a chance to win since he's not playing. So it's unfortunate that he's not playing because I know the people will really kind of see him play, but it's great that he can still have the game and be able to team.
Now that we finished the story of when disrespect.
Yeah, I think with Chuck Persons, I think it was more so him being young and him just being fired up to be in the league. Now, the going duck hunting, I'm pretty sure Larry heard that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's sheer will. As a player who was injured, going through it takes sheer will to be able to win games, crucial games, when your team needs you. A lot of superstars today could use a lesson in what Larry, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even have the best medical advancements, and he was willing through some stuff. It's a lot of these dudes, they spend millions of dollars on their body just to be sidelined by a toe. So, yeah, that's for another story. But it's been your boy, Carl, from Golden Girl Productions. Until the next one, peace.